Hi, it's Mike Smith with The Confident Human, and I was asked to do a video on the J. Gibson Manny Pack. And he's an instructor with tactical response in Tennessee, and showed me a really cool method for concealed carry when you absolutely cannot get printed. And that might be if you're in California and you're in a super liberal area and somebody just prints you, sees your gun, they're probably calling the police. So regardless of whether you're legal to carry or not, that's drama you don't want. So if you absolutely positively have to conceal, or have to be, completely concealed without printing, this might be a good option for you. The downside to it is that for people that know guns, a fanny pack is a giant flag. Additionally, this happens to be a Maxpedition fanny pack that has it's kind of tacticaled out. So that's a drawback. However, if you're a mom with 2 kids, I don't think anybody would ever think twice about this thing. And if you're a dad with 2 kids running around, or 3, or whatever, holding a baby, I think it camouflages pretty well. So I think you need to use it. It's in the toolkit. I don't think it's the be-all, end-all. So anyway, that's the context in which you would want to wear a fanny pack. J. Gibson is fond of calling them the Manny Pack, and he is more man than I think anybody can handle. So take it from him that it's okay to wear if you're a dude, especially if there's a gun in there, even though nobody can know it. So you gotta kind of hold your head high when you're walking around town with the fanny pack on. That, I guess, is something else that is a downside to it. But I think there's another great organization out there that likes to say that everyone's safety is more important than anyone's feelings. So for what it's worth, there. There it is. I'll show you briefly right here how I draw from it, and then we'll go into sort of a tabletop of what's in there and all that. So I'm not a lawyer, a trainer, anything. This isn't advice of any kind. This is entertainment, and consult your professional for anything before making a decision on anything that I've shown you here. So this is the tactical response way of drawing for a threat. So, stop! And then you would do a scan and reluctantly reholster, and that looks like over there. So I'll do that one more time from the side. Stop! Oh, that's the wrong one. Stop! So if I had to do a mag change, and I guess that's the first time I've hit that other zipper, and it might be a good reason to get rid of that hole so that you don't mistake it. Stop! Bang, 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 click. A new mag is permission to drop your old one. Normally you wouldn't need to grab that mag out to strip it, but I've got big enough hands with, this is an M&P shield, where it does not come free if I don't rip it. So that's what that two-handed thing is. Additionally, you might be saying, why the hell is the other mag on the ground? Well, there's never a reason in a martial context, if there's an empty mag or a mag that hasn't gone well for you to worry about it. Your primary concern is in keeping your head up and getting a new mag in there as quickly as possible. Again, I'm not a trainer, not advice, just go check out TAC Response, they're awesome. So This bag can work with the Glock 19, but with the shield, it works a lot better, and we'll see that in the tabletop in a second. So let's get to that. All right, so here we are on the table, and I'm going to just show you what this thing's about. So in the back, there's pals there so that you can put it on something else if you wanted to. I keep my wallet back here, and then right up top here is a phenomenal place to store a tourniquet, which is one of the most amazing pieces of medical gear you can have. One nice thing is that it's ambi. I can get at it from either side, so if my right arm's hurt, I'm good, and if my left arm's hurt, I'm good. I can just get it out of there. So that thing just pulls free, and you got your tourniquet. So then there are two zippers, but I took the pull out of one of them because I didn't want to get confused about which way I was drawing from. We'll talk about training scars another time, but when your lizard brain is working, you know, your little lower brain, you're dumb and you don't want to have to think about things. You just want to do stuff. So it's all about pulling this guy over to the side when you draw and pulling up with that hand so that your strong hand can get in and get that grip, and then you can come straight up and out and do an appendix. You treat it as if it's appendix. Again, get some training before you go off and do this. I'm using XS Big Dots. They're an amazing sight. You know, you're supposed to focus on the front sight when you fire, and when you aim. Having that big golf ball hanging out there makes it really easy to get everything lined up. And I've pretty easily hit steel at 100 yards with the big dot, so it doesn't kill your accuracy at all. For more on that, see James Yeager's stuff. So over here I've got two spare mags, 1 and 2, that are in a Velcro pouch, and I'll tear this down in a minute because the Maxpedition folks do not set this up this way. There's a bunch of webbing and pockets and all kinds of stuff, and you're going to need to turn this thing inside out and cut all of that out. So I guess no time like the present there. So there's one mag, or sorry, one gun, 2 mags, and in here it's a little dark, but I've got a Blade Tech cheapo appendix kit, or inside the waistband holster, and you can just put some you know, standard industrial strength Velcro there, craft store, or, you know, wherever. And then Maxpedition, you know, you can make something, but this just is so cheap. Both of these I got on Amazon. Maxpedition sells a Velcro all-purpose mag pouch, and that I've got kind of dropped down in there off to the side. So in here, there we go. I just put 2 big 2-inch panels of double stick Velcro in there, that industrial strength stuff. And I don't know if you can see where I cut out some pockets, but there's a bunch of stuff you got to cut out. So that's how to set it up internally with a holster and all that stuff. In this, there's 2 smaller pockets, and I kind of wish there was an easy way to cut them off, because it really does add to the profile of the pack, and I'd love it to be lower profile than it is. In here I keep OC, and I've got a couple law enforcement relatives who really like this Defense Technology brand. There's some, this 360, you can hold it at any angle and it'll still prime. You won't go dry with it. So for what it's worth. And then I've got a flashlight, which is required equipment if you're carrying, because you have to, most of your problems happen at night, and if you can't see what you think is a thread, you don't know if it's a thread. Chest decompression needle. Again, training before you even think about using one of those. And up here, I keep my cell phone. So you could keep more stuff in it, but I can keep all that stuff without adding to the footprint of this thing. In here ought to be a pair of nitrile gloves. Body substance isolation is critical, and James Yeager's really fond of saying that you'll have many more opportunities to be a hero saving somebody's life than taking it. So protecting yourself while you're helping somebody is critical. And after I turn this video off, I'm going to go stick some gloves in here. So again, this is not the perfect solution, but it might be a great solution for you. So I hope this was helpful. This is Mike Smith signing off.